Test, test, test. What up, everybody? What up, what up, what up? Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining my show, 100 Kicks, 100 Punches, brought to you by yours truly, Mr. E, a.k.a. Ed, and also Professor Williams. He's chilling in the back in his hut. Thanks for joining. Today is 26 October 2022. I'm coming live from Amsterdam. How do we get this in show mode? What happened there? No, that's wrong. No. Okay, we got to configure that some other time. Right. This is a show where I do 100 kicks and 100 punches. Meanwhile, just talking a bunch of smack to y'all. What up? What up? What up? First and foremost, all material contained in this recording is purely for entertainment purposes only. There's no financial or physical fitness or health advice contained here. So please do your own research. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa, and everybody's body is different. Right. So, thanks for joining. This is my show. I hope you like it. I hope you do like it. And if you do like it, if you like anything about this show, please hit that like and subscribe. I'm just trying to do something nice and creative here. If you enjoy it and appreciate it, then, hook me up with a like. Ain't that much. It's just a click of a button. You know what I mean? Now, where is my music? See, this is the stuff I looked at past episodes. I got to minimize this looking for crap. And I had a folder here with my music. And it's this up here. Oh, here. No. Let's go here, VLC. Here we go. What am I doing? Come on. Get with it, Ed. Come on. All right. So let's get started already with the first set right away. Come on. And by the way, I just want to share. When you're throwing a punch, you have to make sure that you know, you gotta do something like this. I don't know if you can see this clearly. That's those kicks. You gotta do your hands like this. Like roll it in like that. Roll it first, do that with your fingers, and then roll it in like you're holding a roll of quarters or something, you know? Because if you don't do that, and you punch something with your just loosey-goosey hands, you're gonna break your freaking all your fingers in your hand. It has to be tight, like a roll of quarters. Bah! You know, just go right through. And also, you gotta make this like, you gotta make this like one like stick, one long rod. All right, let's get those kicks. First set done. All right. You know. All right, first set done. And in case you're wondering that, up there, this up on a rectangle, that's a 10-second chart for a Bitcoin, brought by Gate.io because they have that 10-second chart. That's pretty cool. I want to put more stuff going on while I'm doing my kicks and punches, but sometimes it'll be prepared material. I got some good feedback when I was doing those kicks and punches. People enjoyed watching the One Punch Man thing. Unfortunately, I had to blur it out for copyright reasons, but yeah. So I'll be working on that. What's next? News. All right, bitter news. I tried to prepare a bit better for the news today. By the way, we're experiencing, look at the charts, things are looking pretty green today. NASDAQ, not so much. Look, the Bitcoin is moving up much more than NASDAQ. Interesting. In the past year, it's been kind of correlated. Okay. Bitcoin's volatility. Okay, why is crypto market up today? Well, let's see what Cointelegraph has to say about that. Okay, after the drifting lower of months and spending recent weeks in the trading range, yada, yada, yada. Not good at reading while live, actually, just because my mind is drifting and trying to move on. Hitting its highest level since mid-September, right? The trend change came quickly. Okay, because a lot related to what the Fed guys are doing. They're from what I hear, they're a bit dovish on their last report, which is good, I guess, for a lot of things. But you have to understand, like, this is not the time to buy. Well, no financial advice, but like when you see this, like this could be was a 4-hour. Yeah, like it's gonna revert back. Chances are it may revert back a bit, because like a lot of people like, oh wow, it's going up now, we buy, and then the market will just like flip it on you and you lose, and then you go out. 'Cause you know, a lot of it is manipulation to trick people to go in when they think it's going to go further up, and then when they go in, they reverse it, and then. And I'm talking about, when I say they, I'm talking about market manipulators. And if you have enough money, you can move the market, right? I mean, I'm talking about large amounts. And it'll reverse, and then everybody, like, you know, people would, oh, fuck, this sucks. And they go out of the position, and they lose that bit. And then we keep doing it over again. Singapore MAS proposes to ban crypto credits. Now, the monetary authority of Singapore is introducing proposals to better regulate the crypto industry in the aftermath of the bankruptcy of the Singaporean crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital. Now, this is before my time that I hear about Three Arrows Capital. There was some sort of like, it was just a bad thing. It imploded. One of those things. So they're going to issue a stable coin. So that's the thing now you're going to see more of. Because crypto, I feel like cryptocurrencies, it's like, so long as there's people with computers out there, there's going to be a ledger. I'm talking about generally. I'm not speaking about any specific cryptocurrency per se. But generally speaking, it's on a ledger, and if there's a group of people, even one person running that ledger, it's gonna keep going. So I'm speaking very high level here. In other words, this is like a genie that wasn't even let out the bottle because genie was created, but now it's Pandora's box. Digital currencies. It's just the blockchain. It's out, and they cannot control it. Now they're trying to figure out ways to control it, ways to kind of soothe this beast that's going to take over the world. It's taking over as we speak. And do some bans. Banning is not going to work. If you try to ban it, it's going to be stronger. So what are they doing? They're trying to do CBDCs, stable coins. Like, but you have to watch out for that. That's the way they're going to monitor our spending habits. For example, the UK has a new name for stablecoins and a new bill to regulate crypto. So the new prime minister, I can't. There was a new one that I can't off the top of my head. No, remember his name. But for the sake of good journalism, Rishi Sunak. So he's a new prime minister after Liz Truss's 40-something days. He's the newly appointed, not voted for by the people, but appointed by the Conservative Party as a new prime minister. He comes from, he married into a lot of money. Some might ask, why the hell are you going to be the prime minister? It's a big headache. Could be he just wants to show the world that he could be his own man. Either way, word on the block is that he's very, very bullish. He's big on crypto, not Bitcoin or Ethereum, anything like that per se, but he's the technology and something about stable coins and CBDCs. So I'm starting to see a bit of a trend where a lot of these countries are like, oh shit, we got to get on this bandwagon. We got to do something, right? And meanwhile, while all those countries are doing that, the U.S. is on the side, trying to keep it PG here, but they're just on some BS. The U.S. trying to I don't know. But all the countries like, how are we going to handle this? That's a trend. Stablecoins, CBDCs, regulation that's not going to just turn into something much worse. Well, new NFT rules possible if lawmakers ask. So yeah, EU, they're asking for NFT rules. This is interesting because they're going to try to see what type of legislation, regulation around NFTs. And the EU's market and crypto assets law MICA, Markets in Crypto Assets Law. I didn't even know what that was. Markets, this is a EU thing. Left the treatment of NFTs, which offer digital proof of ownership, somewhat ambiguous. You see what I mean? They're trying to figure it out. But the uncertainty could leave the door open for further policy actions, says Kirstens, who is also the senior advisor of I Don't Care, while legally. So NFTs, like right now there's a big drop in NFT volume. Nobody's buying NFTs right now because I think a lot of us are just broke right now. We've been buying in, not just retail, but even just everybody. The market is shit right now. People are losing lots of money. No one's gonna spend like tens or hundreds of $1,000s on a picture of an ape with his eyeball leaking out. It's not happening right now. So, but that's just the beginning of NFTs. I like, you have to understand, NFTs is just a smart contract in itself. It's like, think of that picture as just, that picture can just be the cover of some type of utility or contract underneath it. I mean, think about voting. If voting was on a blockchain, think about that, and everybody voted, and you got your vote, like, hey, I voted for Obama. Bam, on my NFT, and it's on a blockchain. You can't change it. You can't do what Florida did way back then, or just like America. And every fucking time we're voting for the president, it's a catastrophe trying to count those votes. Put it on a goddamn block. Just I don't mean to be blasphemous, but put it on the blockchain. Damn it. But there's going to be a lot of utilities for non-fungible tokens for using NFTs, but people, it's not commonly thought of or used yet, but it will be. UK police have crypto experts stationed nationwide. The police have managed to seize and store up to hundreds of millions of pounds worth of cryptocurrency, but welcomes planned laws to ease seizures of cryptos linked to crime and terrorism. Okay? So easy, what does that mean? So just easy, just be a little light, like, okay, I'm going to look over there. You do, I don't know what that means. Crypto exchange Gate.io helped Busan, South Korea build blockchain. That's pretty cool. Gate.io, I used to do some trading on that platform. I still have my account, which you see the 10-second chart, which you'll see now. Let's do it. I believe the next thing on the agenda is my next round. Yeah, my heart rate is already getting back to normal pace. Let's do this. Next is drink water. Okay. What do we got? Okay, my run and this show. Okay. So today I went for a run. I go for runs every day. I'm not gonna go through the whole process of inputting all this information with you guys again, but I made $1.10 on my step and run today. $1.10, y'all. That's like, there was stuff on sale, so I could buy some of that. Like, there was stuff on. I could buy like green onions with that dollar. What else was on sale today? I could buy 3 croissants. 3 croissants. With that. So I wanted to talk about like this show, like right now I as I mentioned, this is very experimental. As a matter of fact, this is my 5th episode of doing this 100 kicks, 100 punches. And by the way, as you see, like this episode is episode 5.38 because it's the 5th show of 100 kicks, 100 punches, but also my 38th episode of just going live, trying to look for a show. A lot of those are unlisted now, but if you see those first 30 some episodes, it's me trying to find what my show is, and I think I found it. So that's why I kind of started a new number format. FYI. Whoa, okay, no, the music just stopped. The difficult thing about doing this show is I have to see how this is going to affect me physically. See, first of all, like if I can handle this. Is quite intense. This is very intense. I did my show on Monday because I wanted to start the week strong. But yesterday I was knackered yesterday. I went for a run. It was really like my body was just tired. And then my run was very slow. It was just like as if I'm like running, like my legs were heavy, and I felt like worried, like, oh shit, like do I have COVID? I took a COVID test. I don't have COVID, so that's good. My head's getting cut off over here. Let me see if I can zoom out a bit. I don't have COVID, so that's good. The mission today on my run was because sometimes I, as I mentioned, I like to go on a mission when I go on my runs just to make it more fun. It's part of my game, right? Today I picked up some greens. Used my Visa card. You know, I live in Amsterdam, so I picked up some greens at a coffee shop. Coffee shop means something else out here in Amsterdam. Look it up. And I also had some greens over here, some spring onions. I'm gonna be making salmon. I got some and red onions too. Spring onions, red onion. I love onions, the onion family. Love those guys. So it's pretty cool because, it's particularly getting greens, and you get greens, and you also get cash back with that. And you see what I'm saying? It's a pretty cool way of like I think these photos right here captures like me using crypto in my daily life. I paid for these greens with some Solana I had laying around. Because Solana is actually, here, on my next slide, how my profile kind of looks usually is like this, right? I got some Crow in there, and that's being staked so I can get my free Netflix and free Spotify. I got some ETH and Bitcoin, which I'm accumulating on, and sometimes I'm trading back and forth, ETH, BCT, ETH, depending on graphs, so I can make that little bit of gains here and there, because no matter if when one goes up, the other one's going up, but within that, one's going up better than the other, and vice versa. So you trade off that. I've always got some Solana because that's kind of like cash for me. I can move it around very easily, very quick. And then basically when I buy something, like, if I buy something, I get cash back either in ETH and Bitcoin, accumulate for a while, then after that I take it out, put on cold storage, start it all over again. So that's kind of like my DCA process with this, or using it in a daily basis. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's do it. All right, where to go? What do we have? And by the way, like I said, I'm working on this show, working on my runs. What I'm trying to say is, like, I am working on the content for this. I want to deliver good content for you guys, but you know, I mean, I'm gonna do my best, but please understand there's a physical thing happening here. This is a physical show. So let me make sure that I can sustain. I'm not gonna commit to any frequency yet. I wanna see how this is, how I can do this, sustaining it with sustainability. Right. On intermittent fasting. Now this is a fun topic. And by the way, look at that. On the 10-second chart. Whoa. On intermittent fasting. So I fast. I intermittent fast 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And my schedule was quite intense because as you may already know, I'm quite intense, passionate person, and when I see something that I like, I push it to the max, right? It's how I am. You don't have to be this way, but this is how I am. So I fast basically for 20 hours, Monday to Friday, 20 hours, and I eat for about 4 hours, right? So it's usually like I will eat from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. I stop, and then I don't eat anymore till the next day at 5 p.m. I've been doing this for over, 2 years now. And so far it seems to be working. It's been a bit later lately because I'm doing a show. Like right now, it's like 8 o'clock and I haven't eaten yet. But this is before and after. This is me at about April on the left here. Now I ain't afraid to show this. I'm not embarrassed, right? Because I changed my life afterwards. April or March of 2020. Like many of us, it was the pandemic. Drinking. I was pretty much drinking like a half a bottle of wine every day. My son's mom. She just recently before this left. So I was just doing that, maybe smoking a lot of weed, drinking a lot, not going out. Well, we couldn't go out. And that's how I looked. And I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, man, fuck this. And I took this photo. I remember when I took this photo, man, I am making a conscious decision that I am going to change my life right now. From that from that moment, I never looked back. I was running every single day, 5 in the morning. I remember. And when that wasn't enough, I did Turtle Power. I put a 20-kilo vest. I was running every single day, 5 in the morning with a 20-kilo vest. Right? And that's getting crazy. I was determined, right? And there was a couple things there too, because I was like, okay, well, I'm already 45. Well, at the time I was like, what, 43, 40, I guess 43. I was like, okay, I'm always telling myself like, oh, I want to get back into shape for years now, and I don't do it. It's either now or never, one. So I want to live longer. Got these kids that I love. I want to be there as long as possible for them, right? 2. And 3, I was like, I wanted to show my kids, my boys, my kids, that it's never too late to change yourself. That no matter how old you are, you have the power to change yourself. In any direction you want, you have that power. And I wanted them to see that, and now they see it. They see it. My older son Julian, he used to always make fun of me. Not fun, but just like a bit of a jab. Because I've always have nice arms. I could do a lot of push-ups, and this bit right here is not too bad. And we'd be on a beach or at a pool, and I'd be like showing off. Hey, look. And he would always say the same thing, like, oh, Dad, yeah, you got great muscles, but your stomach, look at your stomach. And I was like, yeah. And I remember I was looking at the when I took this photo, all right, I'm going to show you, Jules. I'm going to show you. And then I never looked back. I mean, even look, the bed's made over here. The bed's, oh my goodness. I am not going back to this. So that's what I do in my regular life. I intermittent fast, and I have a regular workout, and that's what I do that's what I did to get this shape, and that's what I'm doing to maintain it. And I think I mentioned before, you build habits. It wasn't about, okay, I gotta run. It was about, I needed to run every single day until this is a habit. Until I'm addicted to running. Until I feel bad if I don't run. And I got myself that. And then I plateaued. And then I stumbled onto intermittent fasting. And then I was like, that was it from there. What is autophagy? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. What is autophagy? Well, autophagy, autophagy is your body's process of reusing old and damaged cell parts. Cells are the basic building blocks of every tissue and organ in your body. Each cell, okay, so over time these become defective or stop working, but basically autophagy is what removes it or recycles damaged or bad cells, right? It happens normally in your body, but fasting triggers it. You can trigger it at a certain time. So if research has shown that autophagy kicks in after 12 to 16 hours of continuous fasting. So yeah, if you do some fasting, that kicks in, because what happens is when you fast, there's a certain level where you're only burning the fat that you accumulated that day, right? And then after that, then you start burning the fat that's stored, right? And then after some time after that, then you start kicking in and start like eating up the cells that's bad for you, because it's a way that your body survives. It has to eat something, right? If there's no food coming in, you start to eat yourself, basically, right? And that's actually I believe even in as a Greek, I think this is Greek for self-eating or something, right? And I know it sounds weird, but it starts with your bad cells, right? You start eating out your bad cells. So you got to do your own research with this, right? But I'm just saying, about that life, right? So, you need to do your own research. Maybe even speak to a professional about this. I'm not a professional. I read somewhere that particularly with women, since you have different body makeups, fasting and stuff, it's just different for you. The men, I don't know. I didn't look into that because I'm not a woman. Not trying to be sexist here. For all my life, I've only had a man's body. That's all I know about. So please do your own research if you're interested in fasting, and always listen to your body. These are reasons why I like to fast. There's less waste, right? Before I used to have to throw the garbage out nearly every day. Now it's like every few days, sometimes once a week, because I don't eat as much, right? I have more energy. What happens when you eat? Wait, am I still streaming? All right, that's good. What happens when you're in the middle of your workday and then all you're thinking about, lunch, I can't wait till lunchtime, and then you eat lunch, and then your productivity drops. After you eat lunch, like, I want to take a nap. That's, come on, man. I want more control of how I feel. I don't want my stomach telling me what to do. You understand? Our ancestors, they didn't have no fridge. They didn't have breakfast. They went out hunting, and then after they went hunting, that's when after they caught something and brought it back and cooked it up, and that was already at night. Intermittent fasting is more reflective of how it used to be. Hold on, music stops. I'm sorry, play it again. I gotta load up some more music though. I gotta download some more music. Okay. Less consumption. I don't have to. I'm spending less. Better. Okay, yeah. Back to more control. I'm gonna get back to more control because this is kind of ties into this whole thing. You wonder what the fuck does this have to do with crypto, right? I'm trying to find ways. I've noticed I have much more control of my desires, right? When you can control your desire to eat, which is like one of the most basic needs in your life, if you can control that desire, then there's much more you can control, because that's like one of the main things. I mean, hell, it's being hangry. Everybody gets hangry, right? Not me, not anymore. When I'm on a job, people are getting like all frustrated because they're hungry and everything. I'm like I've controlled that. I'm not gonna let my stomach dictate how I feel. It's control. When sometimes you have a bit of cash and you're looking at the charts, you hear a bit of news, and you're like, I gotta buy something. I gotta make a trade. See, this is where control comes in. This is where like, oh no, well, you know what? Is now the time to trade? Is now the time to buy? You control yourself to take a step back and really analyze, like, okay, should I make this trade, or is this like my addiction to make a trade? Right? Better quality eating. Now, only because and I discovered this just the way, not on purpose, but because I gave myself such a small window to eat. It got to a point that I wasn't gonna put bullshit in that small time. Understand? I only have a few hours. Only good stuff's gonna go there. Vegetables, fruits, ginger, good stuff. Only good stuff. All right, I got some sweets in there too. Chocolate, marzipan. So I'll throw a cookie in there too. But it's all right. Because look at me, I could afford it. You know, I could afford those calories. On the weekend, I eat whatever the hell I want. And yeah, I look and feel better than ever. So I don't know. Again, this is not just fasting. It's also because I work out a lot, right? But I want to go back to this slide right here. You have to be a warning, because another thing that I didn't mention is this gets a bit more deeper, but you know, if you do this and you're not careful, and I have a very addictive personality. I get sick with it. I get crazy with it. I'm obsessive. And when I saw that how fast I was losing weight, I was like, yeah. I kept increasing the hours. I started going. I went like 3 days one time without eating, and you start to get like, you know, it's like you get high from being hungry, or not hungry, but it's a strange thing. And I could see how people develop certain mental things. I could see how that can happen. And it's you know, I had my close ones telling me, "Hey, you're too skinny. And I was like, and when I knew now, and now I have my personal thing. Now I know when I get too skinny is like if I have a scale, so I that's one way. I at least once a week, I want to make sure that I'm staying at a certain weight. But apart from that, if I sit down, you know, my butt was starting to hurt when I was getting too skinny, because like I was losing my butt cheeks. It was like bone on chair. It was you know, it was like fucking hey. Sitting is fucking painful. So it could be dark. So just, you know, no physical advice there, right? And this is basically how when I break fast, and that's another thing too. I didn't add on. It's like when I eat, every day is like a feast. Right? I'm gonna do this right after the show. Oh shoot, I forgot to boil an egg before the show, but. Every day is like a feast, right? Because it's like, for me, it's exciting, right? And I really get into it. Like, you know, I got these amazing sandwiches now. You know, people love these sandwiches. I've been developing sandwiches. I've been cooking so much more for my son. I love it. I always start with fruits. Well, first I take a royal jelly pill, and then I start with fruits. And then I have like a sandwich, usually with always like spinach, lots of spinach. Before my sandwich is basically a vehicle for a large amount of greens. So I take a big pile of spinach and I chop it up, paprika, onions, everything. And this is with salmon. This is my salmon special on open face version of that. And some ginseng green tea with fresh ginger. So this is my typical break fast, right? So let's do this. All right. I think that was the last set. And DCA. Well, today is DCA day, but the markets are green. It's not a day to DCA. Not a day to DCA. Not when the markets are green. That's it. I believe so. Thank you, folks. Please like and subscribe. You know, I had a dream the other day that I had 7 more followers, 7 more subscribers. It's crazy. I had 7 more. Oh, yeah. In my dream, I was like all excited, right? I woke up, I looked, and still the same, 583. But you know, yo, help me out here, man. Come on, subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers to start making money off this, yo. Come on. Good night. Thank you. Take care. Love you guys.